welcome. This is Markus Termin at the 3rd of October 2024. It's still new moon energy, and since I didn't have time to make a video today, let's have a look into this new moon. Again, we still have the Libra moon, and it's the Libra new moon. Now, if you guys have watched the debate in between Mr. Vance and Mr. Walz, you know, Tim Walz is a Aries born person, and if you have noticed that there is a trouble with Windows updates, you know, they kind of turn the computer down and lead to many problems. We have a reason to look at the chart this way. You know, you see down there, this is, could we call that a communication disaster? You know, Windows update, you know, doesn't work. Mr. Walz is a Aries person, so he got hit by Chiron in this future vice president debate, as we could call it, and he was turned down completely. It was devastating. People watching him, he's like a bad actor, you know. He couldn't even point one single argument. That's the situation. Looking at this chart, I'm speaking from Germany, Nuremberg, Germany. We have a reason to look at the state chart of Germany after the unification, because this is the 3rd of October, which is the state celebration day of reunification of Germany. And as you can see in this chart, Germany is a rising Leo chart, but Leo with the south node with a dragon tail in the sign of Leo rising. And the situation is that Germany is being hit by this eclipse new moon in the sign of Leo completely, because the German sun in house 4 is just exactly, almost exactly at the point of the new moon. Now, if you have watched German politics, first of all, let's have a look. The people of Germany are usually seen in the moon. This is about mundane charts. The moon is the one who shows the people, and you might realize that Saturn is close to the moon, crossing the moon, very close to the moon. So this is hard feelings. People in Germany don't feel too well because some things are happening. You might have heard it in the news. So that's the situation. And down here, the sun in a mundane, do I say mundane or mundane? Mundan, we say in Germany, sorry. The sun is in Libra, and it's in house 4. What does this mean? This means Germany is actually governed by people Germans don't know, because they are hidden down there in house 4. Germany is a country that's being directed from people that might be wealthy, but actually don't know. It's the usual few families, of course. And at the same time, there's another sign for the governing of the country, which is Mars, because Mars is the ruler of house 10 in Aries. You know, you can just as well see that in Aries is Chiron, so the German government is greatly under attack, you know, because they have been misled and anything, and they are misleading themselves. So Mars in the sign of Gemini, as being the ruler of house 10, is also governing Germany. Usually they work together very well. The Sun and Mars are in a harmonical angle and aspect, 120 degrees or a little more, and that's what's usually working together very well. But throughout the latest elections in especially East Germany, it turned out that those folks, kind of had to find ideas to kind of overcome what a lot of people want in the country, to keep their line of, well, not white powder, but maybe white powder, to keep their line of going on into the direction that they have insisted to go for a very, very long time, maybe since 19 blah blah blah. I'm not going to say numbers, because we have to go down deep in the past, and we're starting to learn that there wasn't really a break, that there wasn't really an interruption in governance in this country. It just shifted a little bit to, underground controlling of the people, but we didn't really have a change in this country, so I say. But this is touching the sun in the sign of Libra, hidden in the 4th house. Why hidden? Because we have 3 secret places in the chart, which is house 4, house 8, and house 12. House 4 isn't shining out in the open, it's the basics, it's where things come from, and those basics are definitely changing with this eclipse sun. This is what is affecting the surroundings from behind. If you've heard about big car factories going kind of half bankrupt, this is, of course, this is done most intentionally, but there is an effective change in real governance behind the curtains in Germany. This is happening, As we found out too, the German politics and the German situation is pretty often usable for others, by other countries, to say, I'm going to use this big ship, this economical prospering big ship, usually economical prospering big ship, which it isn't actually right now, but they are also the powers from the outside, from the Aquarius sign, and this is what we are watching with growing, how should I say, fears, or growing, worries, because Pluto, he's not in Aquarius right now, but he will move up in Aquarius again in November. I think it's the 11th of November, and then give a perspective of Plutonic powers from the outside, changing the situation in Germany. This is coming to Germany, and we're very, very worried about that, and we hope that Pluto is not going to be the big impact, some people are talking about. But this is the basic situation, and you can also see that the one form of governance, the people governance, this is the people, this is Mars in house 11, ruling house 10, and the underground wealthy governance, the people governance will get a rise up, they will rise, rise up into some point of resistance. This is what we are witnessing right now. So it's not all over. There's still a chance of changing things into a direction to get a good life again and things like that. But this is the basic situation, pointing out the sun, complete change, underground change. There is underground in a sense of we don't see it. This is going to be the future rise of the people. That means the forces that govern the country in a way of common sense will have a big rise, and Saturn is crossing or close to the moon of Germany. Winter is coming in, this is one thing, but also Saturn is covering the moon of Germany. The people of Germany, they are in house 9, so constantly longing to be somewhere else, traveling the whole world, having with a Pisces moon, having longings for a Shambhala future, in paradise escapes. This is actually the German moon, but this is very covered right now because this is not working anymore. This is not functional. Okay, this is the basic situation. Coming back to the chart of the day for the personal use, for you folks, what is best to do in this situation? Where can we achieve something where we can hold on? First of all, I'm repeating myself, don't fall into the spin and hype, because as long as Pluto will be in the sign of Capricorn, I think 11th of November, something like that, I have to look it up again, they are trying to roll back anything they can to get a hold of what is to be constructed as world government perspective and things like that. They are going to do this, and not astonishing that something is popping out at the hygienical front in the city of Hamburg. Don't be scared by this. It's a scam. It's nothing real, but they are firing up the fears again to get people into the direction that they want to get them to. So we don't go for that. Positive scene for the private use. There's a nice angle in between Venus and Mars in the sign of feelings in Cancer and Scorpio. And even if you see Saturn retrograde being part of that grand water trine, and you see Neptune retrograde also influencing that, of course, this is a good chance to get on a stable ground in private relationship, within your partnership, go into feelings, go into understanding each other, and take Saturn along with you. And as he's retrograde, there might be some old wisdoms also to put into your partnership, to say that the rules of the old people were not that bad. We can pick up something like that, meeting one time a day, sharing additional hours together, having a plan what to do at the fun side together, using even traditional spiritual values. Saturn retrograde. That's my take for today. Thank you very much. This is Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch. You can get in touch with me. Look up some of the older videos. I'm just missing the sheet of paper that I hold up usually. Have to print another one. But you can find me on the net and get connected. Thank you for listening. See you hopefully tomorrow. Markus Termin, Astrologisches Stundenbuch am 3. Oktober 2024. 2024. 3rd of October 2024. Sorry.